Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to be able to speak in front of you, all of employees and teachers. In these dark times, I feel that I have something to say that I keep these words for a long time, watching people struggle, suffer, and finally I can give a speech in front of you. I will talk extemporaneously and some solutions to share with you how we deal with this still war that takes people live in the middle of the night. To help to help stop the spreading of the COVID-19, we were asked to stay at home and limit our social interactions to an absolute minimum. However, this does not come without its complications. How do we stay productive? How do we stay productive? How do we how do we keep healthy work-life balance? How do we maintain communication? And finally, this is the point when how when home become when home becomes office, when home becomes school. This speech for all of you guys, for all of you employees and teachers. Home office can be great. No time waste, no time wasted on commuting, a chance to work uninterrupted on projects, and a change of environment. However, not uh, not having access to physical tools and infrastructure is one obvious challenge. You may struggle even you have everything you need. It can be it can be hard to stay focused. It can be difficult to separate work from free time, and it can be challenges to maintain relationships. And this is the solutions, several solutions for me. This is my perspective, my point of view. The first thing is communication. Communication is the key. Communication is the key. The first thing is keep your meetings. First one, keep your meetings. Organize communications. Opportunities are more important than ever. Now that we have less face-to-face contact, we should find other ways to communicate. We should find other ways to communicate even more often. There are plenty of tools out there, some application. There are plenty of applications out there. Like if some even free of charge, like Google Hangouts, Zoom, Skype to conduct teleconference. Home office is not an excuse to, to isolate yourself from your team. And the second is communicate clearly and ambiguously. This is always important, but not it's crucial, as you do not have the options to simply turn to your college on, like as you do not have the options to simply turn to your college and clarify something right away. Wait, sorry, gentlemen. If something needs to be done, ask for it directly and give clear guidelines. If a if a request comes to multiple team members, let the others know right away if you will pick it up. Agree on the terminology and stick on it in your discussion. Clear and ambiguous communication will save you a lot of time and spare you the frustration. And the third, keep your calendar up to date. Of course, this is always this is always up to date like calendar. Your college needs to know how you organize your time. This is about your organize your time with work with your time, right, with your daily activity. keep your calendar up to date is definitely a good idea. And the second thing is concentration. Like the first one, write a short to-do list, make a list, and even trim that down. Keeping your tasks organized is extremely helpful. So start your day by listing the goals you want to achieve, prioritize them, and if necessary, move some of them to the next day. A consistent to-do list will help you focus on your tasks. It is always possible to start working on postponed tasks once you have reached your goal. And the second is use your team. Check up your teammates and ask them to check up on you to make sure you stay on track. And the third thing, the third things is counterbalance. Set yourself up for work. When your workplace is also where you spend your free time, separate the two can be difficult. You should keep in mind that remote work is still work. Set an alarm, wear clothes, and arrange yourself a relatively quiet spot like your room. You must be designed so you can be comfortable. Right, a separate room is ideal, but luxury not everyone has, where you can sit comfortably through the day, wear noise cancelling headphones to block out distractions. And second is nobody cancel breaks and lunch. Breaks. Do not cancel breaks and lunch during this time. Having regular coffee and lunch breaks is very important. Use this time to call your colleagues, your friends, to check up on them and find out how they are doing. Stay social with both your teammates and the people you live with. Know where to draw the line. Like when your work is done for the day, switch off your computer. Right? When your work is done, it's not good to stay in front of your computer. Right? Just walk away, man. Just go outside. Just running a little. Go outside. Go from home. Just a couple hours. The work will not run away. The work can wait. There's no need to babysit it. And the last thing is try to keep up with your usual routine. Doing the little exercise is very important. Doing the little exercise in your home is very important. Like do olah some sports, little sport, right? Like it's very important to keep your days up, right? You take so it is the body is not to be like a robot, right? You know what I mean? Just doing some little exercise. Yeah. Try to keep up with your usual routine. If you used to reading while commuting, allocate some time to read at home, right? If you basically every day, usually you reading some books, perhaps a good idea is you read at home. If you are used to getting up early, try to keep it with it. Try to keep it what? Try to keep what with it. Routine will help you get used to the new situation. So it's basically you make this point is not far away that I mentioned before. So you make your daily routine for yourself during this pandemic. So because routine will help you get used to the new situation and allow you to separate your work from home. So that's That's for me. That's my point of view, my solution. So we become the conclusion. So we finally to get conclusion. So my conclusion is the current turmoil is not a typical home office situation. Many of us have children. Many of us have brothers. Work from home, school from home. To look after now that the schools are closed and we do not necessarily want to go out for a nice refreshing walk during our lunch break, like I mentioned before. And do not forget that not everybody can work remotely. So not everybody during this pandemic not can work remotely. Not everybody can work remotely. So many of them just go outside, go to their office, go to the home, home, go to their office, like doing some usually daily routine, like basically doing this. They are basically doing like every day as long as the government allows. So as long as the government allows it, as long as the government allows it, and only under very strict safety measures, of course, it is going to take some creativity, flexibility, and empathy to make sure we all stay on board, to make sure we all not go, not not to left behind. Right? Stay up to date, stay on board, and connect. Take care of each other. Yeah, just for me, just for me, just for me, just that's my speech. I don't know what to say again. So thank you, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So for coming for for coming this day. Then make sure you keep organized. Make sure you social distancing. Right. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.